Okay, Broncos country, breaking news. Kenneth Walker is expected to hit free agency. Breece Hall is getting franchise tagged by the New York Jets, and the Broncos need to make a push for Kenneth Walker. Should we be concerned about that? Well, join the chat, smash that like and subscribe, and go get some Taco Bell. They're a sponsor of my stuff. Now, let's go ahead and get into the fun stuff. Zach Stevens reposted this from Adam Schefter saying the Seattle Seahawks are not expected to tag Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker, who is now poised to become an unrestricted free agent when the new league year opens. Zach Stevens said the Super Bowl MVP will be available in free agency if the Broncos want to pursue him. And this is what I said. If we re-sign Alex Singleton to a 3-year, $30 million deal, we can't sign K9, man. But no doubt, Kenneth Walker is a fantastic upgrade for this room. And I was not expecting him to be available. Apparently, the Seattle Seahawks are saying, you know what? Even with Zach Charbonnet having a torn ACL, we'd rather just see what your market is on the open market. And the Denver Broncos should make a pitch that Kenneth Walker can't refuse. Now, Seattle also has like a ton of free agents to sign. They have a ton of cap space to do it. So again, this is a little puzzling to me how they couldn't come up to an agreement. But some people have brought up, okay, like, should we be concerned about Kenneth Walker's injury history? You know, he has kind of been banged up throughout his career, but guys, I really don't think so. I mean, this is credit to Draft Sharks. They're a fantasy website that tracks all the injuries and stuff like that to calculate risk. They say he's got a medium risk of injury, okay? And you go throughout his injury history here, there's nothing like insanely concerning about, you know, what has happened, okay? He had foot soreness this year. In 2024, he was placed on IR with an ankle sprain, week 16, okay? Calf strain, grade 1, missed a couple games for that in 2024. Earlier that, he had an oblique injury. Before that, he had abdomen muscle sprain and pull. So it seems like he has oblique injuries. He had a grade 1 groin pull. He had a grade 1 pedal ankle sprain. He had a hernia. Okay, got that fixed in 2022. He had a thigh hamstring pull. Okay, none of this is like ACLs. It's not like a J.K. Dobbins injury history where it's like only incredibly serious injuries. No, a lot of this is just ankle sprains, soft tissue, oblique stuff. We can work with that. He rolled his ankle in college, okay? Played through that. I think he's incredibly tough. I think he's got the right mentality that this team needs. And again, I mean, just incredibly productive. We can take a look at what he did again this year before we get into how much cap space he would take up from the Broncos, okay? But according to PFF, okay, guys, in a timeshare, 1,027 runs or yards, runs, 4.6 yards a carry. Now, Seattle, they greatly upgraded their offensive line this year, drafting Zabel there in the first round really helped them. But you also got some really good backs there. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet have something to do with that too. They are very, very talented. And Kenneth Walker, still 25 years old, so still entering the prime of his career. 5'9", 211 pounds. Now, you guys might say he's too similar to RJ Harvey. Man, guys, we got to understand where we're at with this room. Right now, we got RJ Harvey and nobody. We need to have 4 running backs that are dogs, that are killers. Kenneth Walker is that. He's a Super Bowl MVP. He plays football the right way. He's tough as nails. He has fantastic contact balance. Imagine Kenneth Walker being our starting running back and RJ Harvey coming in to relieve him, to spell him. That's a great 1-2 punch. Then you draft a bruiser that's 225 pounds in the draft. Okay. I mean, that's a really nice three-headed monster. You re-sign J.K. Dobbins for a short yardage role if you want to do that. I do not care that he's like 3, 4, 5 pounds heavier than RJ Harvey. I don't care. This guy is a different style of running back. And this guy is a proven producer. You know what RJ Harvey doesn't have right now, even though he has shown it in spurts, is fantastic elite vision. This man has that. Maybe RJ Harvey could learn a thing or two about that. You saw how Kenneth Walker's vision won them that Super Bowl, baby, along with a great defensive performance. Now, what would it look like if we were to bring him in? Well, guys, right now we got $21 million in cap space. You can see Jaquan McMillan's RFA tag has already, or RFA tender for the second round has already been applied. We are still waiting today to hopefully see Alex Palczewski applied with a second round tender as well. So we will just go ahead and take care of that. I think he should get a second round tender. We'll see if we're able to trade Ben Powers or not today. But that leaves us with about $5.82 million. Screw it. Let's say we trade Ben Powers. We get to save $8.3 million. Let's go sign Kenneth Walker here with $23 million in cap space. Now, Kenneth Walker, they're expecting a market value contract of 4 years, $36 million. I think that this is, what does that come out to? Like $9 million or so. I think you're going to see him get, there's a Super Bowl tax. What about 4 years? This might be an overpay, but I don't care. $44 million. Let's give him a signing bonus of $15 million and a base salary of, let's say, $5 million. Yeah, we can do that. We could probably even lower the cap hit on there because of the signing bonus, but we could have him here for as low as like $4 million on the cap. Nonetheless, you could bring in Kenneth Walker here on a 4-year deal that expires by the time he's 29 years old. You could front load it, so it's probably more like a 3-year deal with a non-guaranteed 4th year, and you sign him. You still got $16 million in cap space to play with before you even restructure anybody, before you're cutting guys like Matt Pert, which we better do, hopefully soon. And you go after and, sign a linebacker of real importance, right? Because it's not going to be Alex Singleton. No, it better not. Now, we got a bunch of Logan Wilson lovers. All right, sign Logan Wilson. How about that? In the chat. You guys love Logan Wilson. Now, I would rather have a few of these other guys like Devin Bush, but it's the purpose of this exercise, just to show we can make other moves with still signing Kenneth Walker. That would be great. You can still bring back J.K. Dobbins on a cheap prove-it deal, or you guarantee him more money just to be a nice backup. But it's time for us to start, like, reminds me of like these people on like dating shows and stuff like that. They're like so picky, whatever. But it's like you got to understand like where you're at. Sometimes you got to understand what you're being given. And like sometimes you got to understand that you're like a 3. Right now the Broncos, we're like a 3 or a 2 out of 10 when it comes to our running back room. If you guys are going to get all nitpicky about Kenneth Walker, there are going to be plenty of other guys that you're not going to be happy with. And what is that mentality from our front office as well gotten us? Where has that gotten us? It's gotten us a backfield filled with guys like Jaleel McLaughlin and Tyler Bidet for years. For years. RJ Harvey is a wonderful piece to this room. At least we're there. At least we got one piece compared to last year at this time. But we cannot be so ignorant and arrogant to think that we can just find scraps that the rest of the NFL has tossed away and turn them into an elite running game, man. Man, RJ is an RB3 in this league. Nah, man. I think he's a fantastic RB2. But I will agree with you, TW. We need Kenneth Walker, man. No doubt about it. Kenneth Walker only had 5 touchdowns in the regular season last year. Well, good news for you, Big E, is that they also had Zach Charbonnet, who did get a lot of those goal line carries. And again, it's not like there isn't some things that Kenneth Walker, he's not the perfect running back. Again, ideally, as a compliment for this, you want a bigger back, a bigger compliment for RJ. You want a bigger back. But one thing you can't teach is a guy's feel for the position, the guy's vision. Kenneth Walker has that. Like, don't just look at the physical attributes, but look at what this man did in the Super Bowl. Look at what this guy has done over the course of his career. All he's done has been freaking amazing. Do you remember him absolutely obliterating Alex Singleton to start the year, Bo Nix's rookie year? Do you remember that? Do you remember how he just, absolutely daddied our whole team to start 2024? He made a mockery out of our defense, man. Kenneth Walker is a wonderful player. All right. Take a look at this. 3,500 yards over his 4-year career right now. And again, in a timeshare. He's had, 3 years of over 200 carries. But again, it's not like he's getting 300, 400 carries. Still plenty of tread on the tires. He's only 25, which is like crazy to me because I feel like Kenneth Walker's been in the league for like ever. But no, he's only been here for like 4 years. 29 total touchdowns. Only 2 fumbles throughout his career, and he's never lost any. Never lost, in the words of LeVar Ball. He's never lost. And I guess he fumbled 1 receiving. 2 receiving touchdowns. Again, that's where I feel like RJ Harvey can really help out as well, is in the receiving game. This would be a great 1-2 punch. Having Kenneth Walker, RJ Harvey, you draft Jonah Coleman, you sign J.K. Dobbins, and then boom. That's 4 killers. That's 4 killers. But Kenneth Walker, I would even prioritize over Travis Etienne. Why? Because, well, Kenneth Walker is only 25. Travis Etienne's 27. If you're going to pay big money to a running back, I would prefer for it to go to the younger guy. That's just me. And go to the guy with the Super Bowl MVP. I think, again, he's going to get over $10 million a year. Will Seattle want to match that? We'll have to see. Now, if things become close in a bidding war with the Broncos and Seahawks with Kenneth Walker, what's also great is we have the richest owners in football. Our team is no longer up for sale like the Seahawks is. We can guarantee a higher signing bonus than any of these other teams can. The Broncos can get Kenneth Walker. Do they care to? Do they want to? I'm going to lose my mind if we don't make a big move in free agency at running back. And everything that Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport has talked about, I mean, you guys have seen it on Twitter. They've said the Broncos need to upgrade the running back room. They're always bringing up the Broncos as guys who are going to be active in the free agency market at running back. I cannot believe Kenneth Walker is going to be available. That is shocking to me. This is something you just got to take care of. Again, guys, he's only 25. He's only 25. He's had no major injuries, catastrophic injuries. A lot of it's just soft tissue, ankle rolls, stuff like that, oblique. This guy's knees are intact. They haven't been reconstructed like 4 times. Now Seattle's usually pretty good too, on the contrary of, when they let certain guys go, but they screwed us with Russell Wilson, but I don't think Kenneth Walker is Russell Wilson. I don't think he's that. He's not going to screw us over. And, Seattle, again, they got they have a lot of guys they need to re-sign. They have plenty of cap space to do it. $60 million is what they got slated right now on Spot Track. I'll show you here too, but they have a ton of free agents to re-sign from this team. Maybe if my screen will load, we can see. Oh, hey, Coach Chris. What's going on, man? $20 super chat. Dude, are you serious? Man, you're the man. Thank you so much. You did not have to do that. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks for making my day and for the cup of coffee times like 4. Yo, David, how are we doing? I think this isn't the year we're getting a high-end running back. Walker can't block and can't catch. See, I understand. Also, Chris, Coach Chris, thank you for joining the Discord or the membership. If you go to posts, you should see there for members a link to my Discord. Guys, you do not want to miss being part of this Discord, especially with free agency kicking up. All your favorite Broncos content creators are in there. This thing is insanely active. We're doing mock drafts. We're fighting over which players we like and hate, all that. You will be perfect. So thank you, Coach Chris. Get in there. And yes, let me know if you don't see the link, but I posted one there yesterday. Now, Coach Chris brings up a good point here. Kenneth Walker can't block and can't catch. Sure. I'm not even going to say sure. I'm going to say you're absolutely right about that. Okay? He's not the perfect back. He's not the perfect back. But my guy, Coach Chris, he is a damn good running back. And again, right now, if we're a girl at the beauty pageant or whatever, our running back room, we're like a 3 right now. We got like one piece. Beggars can't be choosers. I want us to go and get a guy. All right. Now, maybe Tyler Algier is more of your cup of tea because he can pass protect and he can catch. I don't think he necessarily has the feel for the game that Kenneth Walker has, though. I don't think he's got that vision. But for half the price, maybe for 60, 70% of what Kenneth Walker would go for, you can sell me on that. Totally. Absolutely. Yeah, I thought you were a member too, Coach Chris. I don't know what happened. YouTube's all weird. But yeah, go ahead and join the Discord, man. It would be great. TW saying Walker, Coleman, Katron Allen, RJ would be a nice room. Man, Katron Allen would be a ton of fun, man. Yeah, I don't really know where he was going. I'm surprised he didn't run at the combine, but it is what it is. Big E, what's going on? I would rather have Audric Estime from Atlanta. Oh, are you calling Tyler Algier Audric Estime and draft Mike Washington in the draft? Drafting Mike Washington would be awesome. Do you want to use your first round pick? Now, I would be pumped to get Mike Washington here. If we're able to solve most of the running back piece in free agency, that would be really nice because you know what you can't solve in free agency often? Offensive line. Seems now wide receiver, tight end. And it would be nice to use those premium draft picks, particularly 30 elsewhere. But if we're going into the draft still with no bona fide like running back 1, I'm going to be all for drafting the best running back available at pick 30. We should have drafted Quinshon Judkins at 20 last year. Oh, Malika, I'm so sorry. I forgot to respond to this last night. This is a great question. Jared Stidham, Ben Powers, and a 4th for Breece Hall. Yes. Even give them the better of the 4ths, right? I would do that instantly. It clears a ton of money for us. I want to say close to $15 million of cap space, and we get Breece Hall, who then would take up probably, $10 million of that or whatever. That would be awesome. I would do that instantly. Now, will the Jets be interested? Sounds like they want to keep Breece, which I think is a smart move on their end, but devastating for us Broncos fans. Yeah, get this deal done. Even throw in a pack of Coors. Now, Njoku will be available in free agency. That's true. But Njoku, Man, all these guys, Goddard, I would love for us to bring in, but these guys are just band-aids over the situation. I think that they can give us good production for, the next 2 years or so, right? But these guys aren't long-term fixes at the position. Uh, but don't get me wrong, similar to our running back situation, beggars can't be choosers right now. Not at all. Can't be choosers at the tight end position. Our tight end group is horrible. We need at least 3 new tight ends here. We had right now, Coach Chris, before we'll see what happens with Palczewski's tag. But now that Jaquan McMillan's tag has been applied, Tyler Bidet has been brought back. We're sitting at around $21 million in cap space. Now, Ben Powers has not been traded or released yet. That's something else to keep note of because he'll open up a good deal of cap space for us, like $8-9 million or so. If we post June 1st cut him, that's like $14 million. If we can designate him for that, that would be awesome. So, yeah, something's going to happen, I think, later today with our offensive line. Look for that. And Scally, I want Isaiah Likely. I freaking love Isaiah Likely. I love him. Well, the Broncos love him, even though he's a little bit smaller, maybe not the best blocker. But I think he, again, I think he elevates this room. And I think he's a tremendous weapon downfield. He is one of my greatest hopes at the tight end position. Maybe I'm just pessimistic. I just don't think the Broncos are going to be interested in him. Stidham, Ingram, and a 4th instead for Breece Hall. Yeah, you do that instantly too. Let's face it, Seattle's kicker should have been the MVP of the Super Bowl. I thought it was going to happen, man. Super Shooter, 70-26. People crap on Walker, but if you watch even one game of his, every time he touches the ball, something happens. I think this could be like when the Ravens got Derrick Henry. Wonderfully said. Again, sharpshooter. One thing that you can't, you can see it on the stat sheet, but you can't, right? If you're just looking at stats, you don't see the feel for the game Kenneth Walker has. You don't see his patience. You don't see his vision. You don't see his ability to make something out of nothing. He's a tremendous upgrade for this team, and bringing in a Super Bowl MVP, that would be awesome. The dude stands straight up on everyone, kind of like Ashton Genty, right? Yeah, Walker was freaking amazing. And again, it's not like his knees have been reconstructed or anything like that. It's been ankle sprains. It's been oblique injuries. It's been, a strain or a pull here or there or a sore foot. Like, man, this guy, he's durable. He plays through stuff too. And again, only 25. So, yes, I'm still giving this guy $10 million plus to come be the face of the Broncos backfield with RJ Harvey and Jonah Coleman right there with him. A great point here. Let's not forget, too, Walker's only a couple months older than RJ Harvey. Hilarious. So, yes, let's fill the running back need. I think, like, one thing we kind of screwed up last year is that we did make some moves in free agency, right? But it's almost like we were banking on certain guys being there in the draft for us that just ended up not being, right? We thought that, yeah, we could just, like, we missed out on Jawan Johnson, and then we're like, oh, okay, like, we'll fix the tight end position in the draft. It's like, man, we really should have made another move. You'll get around 14 to 16 million a year. You really think so? You think it'll be that much? I mean, the franchise tag right now is a little bit over 14 million. I would still pay it. But I would imagine he's going to get somewhere between 10 and 14, right? We'll see. We'll see, Coach Chris. We'll make a wager on it. How much would Charlie Kolar cost? Not much at all. Probably a few million a year. Also, is David Edwards, the Bills left guard, still available? I feel a big reason why we suck at running is because of the mid blocking. Yes, that's why I want to get Emmanuel Pregnon from Oregon or one of these other just killer guards, a guy that can just step up immediately out of the draft and elevate our run game. Let's see here. I think David Edwards is available. Let's see what. Oh, I went to the wrong page. Hold on. But we could still take a look at what his expected contract is for whatever's, that thing's worth. And Skelly's saying 4x13, you pay that every time. I say you pay it every time. And again, you can front load this thing for the first, 2-3 years. Could be like a 3-year deal. Again, only 25. All right, let's see what we got here. David Edwards, here he is. So they got him at about $20 million a year. We could add void years on it. I mean, let me see. "6'6", 308 pounds. He's already 28 years old, though. I just don't see us signing another big money offensive line guy. I mean, we got 4 guys on second contracts right now. I really think, again, we gotta draft somebody young. Keelan Rutledge, somebody like that. Yeah. Yeah, we're very predictable, and hopefully Davis Webb will help fix this. I think Commanders, Chiefs, Broncos, and Vikings have been interested in Walker. Walker wins that game against the Patriots, in my opinion, in the AFC Championship game. Yeah, I'll say that too. But yeah, side note, I would be interested in trading Jared Stidham, seeing what we could get for him. We'll have to see. See, this would be awesome. Coming away with Pregnon, Jadarian Price, and Chris Brazzell in the first 3 rounds. That would be great. We need to use some free agency dollars on linebacker as well. Go get a Leo Chenal, N'Kobe Dean, Demario Davis. I mean, come on. We should not be going after Alex Singleton. Let him hit the market if you love him that bad and just match any offer he gets. So, yes. Let's see what we can do, guys. But I'm going to get out of here. I'll keep you posted and be back on here as soon as the status of Alex Palczewski, if he's getting tagged with a restricted free agent tag, which he should be. And we'll probably hear something about Ben Powers coming up soon. So y'all have a wonderful day. I'll be back again. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe. Coach Chris, be sure to go into the post section on my channel. You'll see a link to my Discord there. And we'll see you here next time. Thanks, guys. Go Broncos.